I was good at math growing up, so as a young kid I played a lot of these games like Mastermind and Rummikub that are very procedural, algorithmic games, so I just kind of like these puzzles. I grew up in Natick, Massachusetts. I ended up going to Springfield College in Western Mass for undergrad, primarily because they had a great dance program. And then I went down to North Carolina State University for my PhD. When I finished down there, I moved up to Maine to be at Bates College for 3 years before coming to Fitchburg. I think I'd start the research in algebraic group theory, which came out of my PhD. I have continued that work through a REUF, which is a research experience for undergraduate faculty, where I was down at a research institute in Providence, and I got in with a group of 6 of us total. It's 5 women and 1 man who we continue to do algebraic group theory research together. We've applied for research grants, and we have met almost every summer since we started working with each other in 2013 at different research institutes around the country. My research has a lot of different paths. So the math and art project came about. I was teaching an applied linear algebra class. Essentially, could students in a linear algebra class look at visual stylometry, which is the analysis of style that an artist would use in a particular piece of art or across their time. When I got to Fitchburg, I was at a meeting and I heard Ricky Satie talking about his computer vision and machine learning work, and I thought, that's who we need.
The reason why computers are so essential to this is because if I work out the mathematics, at the end, all you see is an equation. But by incorporating computers, you end up seeing the manipulated, changed, or the essence of the art visually as well.
So we brought him into the project, we got an NEH grant, and then from there we just were able to do a really nice interdisciplinary collaboration to bring this project to life. A platform that people could play with the artwork, and it was actually at the Fitchburg Art Museum where the public first got to play with those pieces. Another interdisciplinary project that I've been involved with at Fitchburg State was a Scholarship of Teaching and Learning, which was a grant through the CTL where I worked with an education professor, a sociology professor, and another math professor to create essentially a statistics class for social justice.
I needed that class to graduate. So I took her class, and one of the first things I told her was how much I despised math. My whole life growing up, I've been awful at math. The numbers they twist in my brain, and I just can't seem to do anything with them. And when I took her class, I was so excited because it was social justice, and that's something I'm very interested in. And once I was able to see the connection between social justice and math and statistics, rather, it changed my entire view on math in general.
And from that, we've had lots of papers and conferences and workshops where we've presented on how we did it, why we did it, and how others can do it. Next thing I knew, I was being invited to an ethics and math conference at Cambridge University. And I primarily was presenting on the idea of ethical teaching through a social justice lens, but this exposed me to a new field of research that I've recently got into regarding math and ethics, or the lack of ethics in mathematics. Our scientific partners in bio and chem and computer science and statistics all have ethical codes. Mathematics does not. So there's this feeling that mathematics is neutral. Mathematics is numbers. I'm a pure mathematician, and I can still tell you that that's not the case. So that has been part of my newer research. And I've also done work with the digital humanities group on campus. So for example, I worked with Erin Rarig and Emma Downs in the biochem department. They actually brought me in after they were talking about a project with silver nanoparticles and the impact on plants and whether the insects will eat those plants. So I wrote them a program, taught their students how to use it, and then together we put together a project there. So it was a fun and interesting collaboration. For fun, I like to hang out with my dogs. I have 2 adorable pups. I also still dance. I did dancing with the staff, with students. So I've always really loved doing scholarship and research, but I feel like if I was to give advice to a faculty member who is watching and thinking, oh, I don't do that much, I would say be kind to yourself. I think that the best thing about Fitchburg State is that we have pockets of people who are doing really amazing things with teaching, and really amazing things with service, and really amazing things in our community and working with our students, and those don't always register on paper in the same ways. So be good to yourself, but then also, be good to others who do choose to do maybe more scholarship, and maybe be supportive of each other in general.